Okay, second graders, for our math lesson today, we are going to start incorporating hundreds into our numbers to figure out the hundreds, tens, and ones with our place value. So the other day we worked on just tens and ones with our two-digit numbers. So for instance, if this is our number, which is 42, we would count out our tens and put them in this column and count out our ones and put them in this column. So if I have 4 tens, that's equivalent to 40. So I'm going to count out my tens towers. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's all for my tens. And then I move over to my ones. And I have 2. So that's just going to be 1, 2. So 41, 42. We did a really good job with this, it seemed like, the other day, so I think we're going to be ready to move on. But before we move on, let's put this number in expanded form. So 42, if we're putting it in an expanded form, we want to start with our tens place. And like I said before, 4 is equivalent to 40 because it's 4 tens. So it's going to be, let me get my pen. All right, I will create a text box instead. So to put this in expanded form, we would have to do 40 plus 2, because we have 2 ones. Then we would hit equals 42. If we were going to write this in word form, we would type out 40-2. So I think we did pretty well with the two-digit numbers. So we're going to move on to three-digit numbers. So I'm going to play a YouTube video explaining what you need to do.
Today, we will learn to identify the number of hundreds, tens, and ones that make up a three-digit number. Let's review how we model two-digit numbers using place value blocks. How many tens are in this number? 3. How many ones are in this number? 6. Let's show 36 with place value blocks. How many tens should we use to model 36?
3 tens. 1, 2, 3.
How many ones should we use to model 36?
6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is what 36 looks like with place value blocks. Think of another two-digit number. What number did you think of?
43.
How will you show 43 with place value blocks?
I will have 4 tens and 3 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. 1, 2, 3 ones.
That's right. What is the number that is shown now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 78.
I can line up 10 ones in a row. Now I put 1 10 next to my row of 10 ones. How are 10 ones like 1 10?
They have the same value.
I can place 10 tens together and it will make a hundredths block. 10 tens equals 100. How are 10 tens like 100?
They have the same value.
That's right. This shows that 10 tens have the same value as 100. Let's count the hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400. How many hundreds are there?
4.
How many tens are there?
0.
How many ones are there?
0. 0.
What number does this model show?
400.
What number does this model show? How many hundreds are there?
2.
How many tens are there?
3.
How many ones are there?
6.
What number does this model show?
236.
That's it. Place value is so easy. Now you know hundreds, tens, and ones.
Okay, so now that we've gotten familiar with those, we're going to do some examples. So on this one, it's telling us to make the number 156. So I'm going to go down here to my place value mat, and as you can see right here, it tells us to make 156. So our 100 is going to look like this. It's going to have 100 little ones in there. There's also going to be 10 tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which equals 100. So when you see the squares, you'll know that those are 100. So to make 156, we're going to start here in the 100s place. We need to look and see how many are in the 100s. So we need to work from here. This is going to be ones. This is going to be tens, just like our 2-digit numbers. Now we're just adding another digit to the beginning, which is going to be hundreds. So the 1 right here represents 100. If you took 1 and these were zeros, that would be 100. So we need 100 block. So we're going to put 100 in there, and then we need to move to the next place. So now we need to see how many tens we have. So it says 5. 5 tens is equivalent to 50. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now that we have our hundreds and tens done, we need to work on our ones. So we go to our last place of our number, which is a 6. So that means 6 ones. So we need to move these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we see here we have a 1 in the 100s place, and we have 100 there. We have a 5 in the tens place, and we have 5 tens. Then we have a 6 in the ones place, and we have 6 ones. So now, if we go to write this number in expanded form, we have to first start with our hundreds. So it's going to be we start in this first one. So we would just replace the 5 and the 6 with zeros. So it's going to be 100. And we need to put our plus sign. Now we need to look and see how many are in the tens place, which is 5. And we know 5 in the tens place is equivalent to 50, just like in our 2-digit numbers. So we are going to put 50 plus. Then we need to look at our ones place and see how many we have in our ones place. The number is 6, so there's going to be 6 ones, so it's going to be a single digit all by itself. So 100 plus 50 plus 6 is going to equal 156. Let's count this number. 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156. So we have 156. This is in standard form right here, expanded form right here, and then we will move on to the next one. So this is telling us to make the number 354. So if we go to the next slide, it says 354. So how many hundreds am I going to have to put in my hundreds place? Well, first I'm going to look and see how many there are. So right here in my 100s place, because this is 10 or this is ones, tens, hundreds. So in my hundreds place, I have 3. So I need 3 hundreds. So I'm going to go ahead and drag over 3 hundreds. 100, 200, 300. So that's it for my hundreds. Now I need to find out how many are in my tens. So I need to look at this number in the middle. This is my tens place. So I have 5 tens. So that means that I need to get 5 of these towers over into my tens place. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. All right, so now I'm done with my tens place. I need to move on to my ones place right here. How many are in my ones place? 4, yes. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have all of my numbers and all of my hundreds, ones, and tens put into my place value chart. Now I'm going to count. 100, 200, 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 350, 351, 352, 353, 354. So now we have all of our tens, hundreds, and ones all in the place they need to be. Now we need to work on writing in an expanded form. So, do I need to start with the hundreds, tens, or ones? Hundreds. So I need to write 300 because we have 3 hundreds right here. So I'm going to type in 300 plus. Now I need to work in my tens place. So my tens are right here. How many tens do I have? That's right, 5. And 5 tens equals 50. So I'm going to write 50 plus. Now I need to look at my ones place and find out how many I have in my ones place. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to put 4 by itself because it's a 1. I'm going to put my equal sign, and that's going to equal the number that I was trying to make, which is 354. Now we are going to make one more number, our last example. The number we're trying to make is 498. So I'm going to go back down to my place value map, and I need to create this number. So first I need to look in this hundreds place. How many do I have in my hundreds place? If your answer was 4, that is correct. We need to move 4 of these hundreds. So 100, 200, 300, and 400. Very good. So now we need to look at our tens place. What number is in our tens place? If you said 9, you are correct. So we need to put our tens towers in the tens place. So we need 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. Now I need to look at my ones place. The number 8 is in my ones place, so I'm going to need 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's count this number together. 100, 200, 300, 400, 410, 420, 430, 450. Hold on, let me start over. 100, 200, 300, 400, 410, 420, 430, 440, 450, 460, 470, 480, 490, 491, 492, 493, 494, 495, 496, 497, 498. Very good. Now I'm going to put my number in expanded form on our last example. So I'm going to put it down here in the corner. So take a look down here. First, I need to look and see how many hundreds I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't just put 4. I need to put 400 because it's in the hundreds place. And I'm going to look at my tens and see how many tens I have. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, just like the last one, I can't just put 9. I have to put 90 because it's in the tens place. Now, we have to look at the ones in our ones place. And I have 8 in our ones place. And I can just put an 8 because they're only ones. I'm going to put equals, and that's going to equal the number we were trying to make, 498. Great job today. If you have any other questions, please feel free to let me know. You will have an assignment on the math tab on Google Classroom to match this lesson. Bye.